You're watching WMBD News at 5.
Once a year, the owners and pilots of a certain antique airplane gather in central Illinois. It's called the Stearman Fly-In, and it's held at the Galesburg Airport. It's a unique event, and it's been going on for half a century. As Bob Larson and Tom McIntyre tell us in their latest excellent adventure, the event is about to get bigger.
This is a 1943 Stearman biplane. This plane was used to train American pilots before and during World War II. It's a two-wing time machine for pilot and owner Rick Waldo. That's him in the rear cockpit.
When this came out, it was only 30 years after the Wright brothers first flew, so to be able to go out and experience it is just the greatest thing on the planet.
I've got to say, he's right. Flying in this plane with the wind and the noise and the view is amazing. That's me, in the front cockpit.
Wait a minute. How come you got to fly in the Stearman?
Not important. We'll talk about that later.
Well, anyway, of the more than 10,000 Stearman biplane trainers produced for the military, an estimated 1,000 are still flying 80 years later.
And for 50 years, the center of the Stearman world has been the Galesburg, Illinois airport. For 1 week a year, the Stearman Fly-In brings in pilots from around the country and the world.
And it's from every walk of life, from airline pilots to mechanics to engineers, businessmen, and we just have the common bond of this type of aviation.
And now there's an effort to create a Stearman Airplane Center for all year-round use. And this is where it'll be. It's the Galesburg Airport, not surprisingly. It could be a very big deal.
We're hoping to house a bunch of historical artifacts in this area for it, possibly even a couple Stearmans in that hangar. And we're really hoping it's opened in September for the fly-in coming up in September 5th through the 10th of 2022.
2022 will be the 51st Stearman Fly-In. By 2023, they hope to have added a library here, a classroom, display areas for historic records, photos, and artifacts of the greatest generation.
And at the Galesburg Airport, for Bob and Tom's excellent adventures, I'm Bob Larson.
And I'm Tom McIntyre.